All right, now we're gonna do basically the same, it's the same lapel choke, but we're in a mounted position. All right, so once again, I still wanna have the head clubbed, and I wanna have underneath this arm like I typically would for controlling a mount position. Now, remember this hand can always base and move around as we're going, okay? Keeping the head clubbed. This hand that's free is going to come back and we're going to work this lapel out. Staying nice and low, chest to chest. I want to work this lapel out and I can pull it out here and mess with it and keep this as a control method as long as I need to. Now what I'm waiting for is for this arm to come up in some fashion so that I can get this underneath. Okay? Remember, this choke will not work if it is above the shoulder. I want to be behind the shoulder, okay? Otherwise, you're not going to be able to pull the lapel out, and it's going to be at an odd angle where it's not going to give you a choke. It's more of a control method. So now that I've got the lapel pulled out, I'm still staying nice and tight, keeping a good base. I'm going to exchange it over to the other one, okay? Now, if the lapel is a little short or a little tight, now I can slide this down, but I'm still keeping the head clubbed at the same time. So I still want to stay nice and tight here. And I can use this hand to base or do whatever I need to from here. But I still want to make sure that this arm is staying underneath this shoulder, staying underneath this arm the whole time. Okay? So now that I'm here, I'm going to pop the head up, pop this over the top of the head. Okay? This hand then comes underneath the club, and I'm going to exchange it right here. Now that I've got this, it's just a matter of just wrenching this down. I've got head control, I've got arm control, I've got shoulder control while I'm choking the opponent out, okay? If you need to, right, you can always go to a knee on belly, or you can go to a side control from here as well. While you've got the choke, you can come out here and get even more leverage from here. So I'm in a mounted position. I've got the head clubbed, I've got the shoulder clubbed. Now that my opponent is kind of slowed down, he's kind of accepted the position, now is when I'm going to start working the lapel. I don't want to work the lapel, I don't want to give him any space, I don't want to come up if he's not accepted the position, right? I want to stay low, I want to stay heavy, I want to have a good base in my mount before I try to work this, because I do have to come up just a little bit to get this hand back to feed this lapel out, okay? So once I get the lapel fed out, nice and tight, okay, and this could be a battle as well. I want to make sure that this comes under the arm, under the shoulder. I'm going to feed it to the opposite hand that's already here clubbing the head. This arm, once again, stays under his arm, under his shoulder. I come up over the top. Now I'm going to club the head, keeping the head and the arm and the shoulder all locked in, if I get the tap there. If not, then I'm going to keep everything. I'm going to go to a knee on belly, and I'm going to wrench it and get the tap here.